What's going on, guys? It's Channing, and today we're going to unbox the Sony A7S III. Seems like this took forever to get to me. I ordered it and it took 2 months on back order. If you have one of these on order, you may be in the same situation, still waiting on this to come in. They said they're trying to fill orders as quickly as possible. I believe they are. It was a really hyped camera. It was a really anticipated camera with the specs. And this is actually my first Sony camera. The reason I switched to Sony over Canon, I shot Canon for a long time. That's primarily all we used. And switching to Sony because I just feel like Sony actually listens to the consumer and is giving the consumer what they want. I don't want to get in a whole Sony versus Canon fanboy war. If you like Canon, you shoot Canon, then stay with Canon if that's what you want. I was just ready to take the leap. I didn't see any reason to stay with Canon, so I decided to take the leap and go with Sony. And this is one of the best cameras on the market for video, the A7S III. Let's get right into it. So I brought a knife to unbox it, but now that I look at it, don't actually need a knife. It doesn't have any tape on it. So we open it right up, and again, this is my first Sony camera, so first experience unboxing a Sony cam. So first off, you just get the literature. Register to win a $1,000 prepaid gift card. Okay, that would be pretty cool. Talking about memory cards, I bought the Sony Tough memory cards for this. The reason I did is because those are V90 and they are rated fast enough to do almost all the modes on here except for 120, 4K, or all I. I think that's the only one they can't do, and you have to have the CF Express Type A cards for that. Next, you get an HDMI stabilizer, I believe is what this is called. Basically, it goes on the side of the camera, and when you plug in your full-size HDMI cable into the camera, it basically stabilizes it. You get a USB-C to USB-A cable. We get a charger. I wasn't sure if it came with a charger. Like I said, I've never owned a Sony camera before, and I did not yet buy the batteries, because if I buy the batteries, the extra batteries, I was going to buy a charger, but it comes with one, so I don't have to buy an extra charger. It comes with a charger already. Underneath the charger also is the power cable for the charger. You get a nice, probably pleather or leatherish strap that says Sony A7S III. Pretty nice strap. All the Canon ones are cloth. That's still pretty nice. Underneath that is the battery itself. This is the new Sony battery that has the longer runtime, gives longer battery life. Finally, the camera itself, pretty excited. It actually has more weight to it than I thought it would. All right, and there it is, the Sony A7S III. First impression feels really solidly built. The grip is a little bit smaller than the USR, which is what we primarily shoot on now. That is our main camera. That's what we do all client work and everything with, is the USR. The USR was really dogged on when it came out, or there was a lot of hate for it, but it was really a fantastic camera. The specs were a little underwhelming, but once you actually used it, it was a great camera, fantastic. The 10-bit that came out of it was excellent if you use the Atomos Ninja 5 or an external recorder like that, which we did for most client work. It was fantastic. Of course, the A7S III can do 10-bit 422 internal, which was the main reason for upgrading, and we also wanted something that did slow motion, and we were fine with 1080p 120 frames a second slow motion. The USR didn't have that. That was what I was looking for in a camera. And then they announced the A7S III could do 4K and 120 with autofocus and still record audio, and I was like, Sony, hello, yes, you're listening to the consumer. Nobody needs 8K, or I take that back. Most people don't need 8K. Most people, I think, would rather have 4K 120 autofocus with audio. I could be wrong. Myself personally, I would rather have that over 8K. 4K I still feel is more than enough, especially for YouTube work. Client work, that's a little bit different. There are, I guess, some situations where 8K could be useful, but for the most part, I think 4K across the board is more than enough. So there it is, the Sony A7S III. Like I said, this was my first Sony camera. Very excited about it. You'll probably see some more videos on the channel about it, just talking about it. and doing some other stuff. I guess now what I need to do is go and invest in some more Sony lenses. Currently I only have one. I haven't quite decided which Sony lens I wanted to buy for like the main, you know, Sony lens right now. I think I'm gonna go with the Sigma Art 24-70 f2.8. I've seen a lot of really good things about that. It's not a native Sony lens, obviously, because it's made by Sigma, but Sigma makes fantastic glass. That's pretty much all I use on the Canon cameras. Right now I'm shooting on a Sigma 24-35 f2, which is a full frame lens for the Canon EF mount. So Sony A7S III, very excited. Expect to see more videos on it. This thing feels really solidly built. It is weather sealed, so I wouldn't expect any different. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.